We've finally gotten there. We're at Christian's final draft. So this video is really a victory lap for him, but also hopefully it will serve as some inspiration for you guys. If you haven't already, watch the first two videos where I talk about Christian's personal statement and even the interview that I posted of him. But here, without any more ado, here is hit. All right, so here is Christian's final product of a personal statement, which I have to say I really like. Okay, so I want to start, I want to remember where we started, right? Like, let's remember where Christian started. Here's his first draft, and you can see we got that one long block paragraph, and it's got a start. It's got some really brilliant nuggets. And what the revising process did was like really helped us shine those nuggets and make them stand out. The way in which we edited Christian's personal statement was again based on this post, first draft of your personal statement, where I go over the template. But now let's get to the good stuff. So here is Christian's final personal statement. I think it is fun, funny, lighthearted, and most importantly, shows off that not only is he clever and a good writer, he's also a guy to let into college. Ever since I was a little kid, I always dreamed about having many treasures and collections in my future. It all started on a cold night in mid-2010 when my parents took me to a Toys R Us. After taking a good look around, I decided on this dope Lego Power Miners set called the Thunder Driller. The main vehicle of this set was this large monster truck that had a big drill on the front that spins when you move the truck. Who wouldn't want to collect that? The Power Miner set was so cool that I started to collect more from that specific brand and other brands of Lego sets. I love the idea of being able to build things for myself. This experience sparked my little brain to think more and to really broaden my mind. From this, I began to think about experiences as something I could also, From this, I began to think about experiences as something I could also collect and build upon to complete my set, also known as my life. As I got older, I moved beyond Lego sets and began to sign up for a lot of clubs, such as a clay club where you could sculpt objects from clay, a magic club where you could learn magic tricks, and a percussion club where you could make music using various drums. These experiences taught me I could build much more than just Lego sets. In the same way I collected Legos, I realized I could collect experiences that would augment my life in the same way as I could enhance my Lego set. In middle school alone, I joined the following: Green Group, where we would go outside and look at the beauty of nature; Yearbook, where we would design the yearbook for the school year; and Stream, which I attended for 3 years, which would incorporate math and science into real-life experiments. I was grateful to be heavily involved in extracurricular activities. As I graduated middle school, I felt like I had just completed another part of a big Lego set that is my life. I carried this collector mentality into high school, and as I did so, I began thinking about what the next piece of my Lego set needed. I realized that the ultimate addition to my collection would be a bachelor's degree, because it would pave the way for even better life experiences. In high school, I signed up for a music club and student council. Unfortunately, my school didn't offer many clubs, so I decided to venture outside of high school and look into what programs some colleges are offering. When I was in 10th grade, I attended a summer program that focused mainly on the medical field. In this program, we were able to observe certain things in the medical field, such as an open cadaver, watch a live surgery, and be able to examine human organs. This experience really opened my eyes to the career that I wanted to pursue in the future. That's how my passion for medical science started. Collecting these experiences, as well as the skills I learned through them, led me to wonder, where can I acquire the next pieces? What new additions to my Lego life do I need to make my life even more awesome? What can I collect that will enrich my knowledge of the medical field? As it turned out, my greed for building and collecting Legos earnestly prepared me for the next big addition to my Lego life set, college. Getting accepted into college is an opportunity of a lifetime, just like completing the last parts of a huge Lego set. It is where I can contribute to a community as well as continue to build my skills and experience through classes, extracurricular activities, and the people I will meet. Ultimately, I want to continue building on my skills in college and apply them to a degree in nursing so that I can use my collection of knowledge and skills to help people. Right? How much better is that? It's got the same pieces of his original idea, but it's more specific, focused, and he still manages to list out his activities in a way that's building up towards his point and makes sense. So by writing about Legos, Christian inadvertently or sort of on the sly shines himself for being really involved in clubs and activities and passionate about his Lego life set. I think this is a really fun essay. I love anything that begins with something that you wouldn't think would be a good personal statement. But really, at the end of the day, this is a pretty good personal statement that speaks to what a good edit. At the end of the day, he stuck to his guns. He left it in. He made the language uniquely his, and he wrote about that really cool thunder driller, right? But I just want to point out a few things, such as transition sentences, for you guys to watch out to. So I'm going to highlight the last sentence of his first paragraph. As I got older, I moved beyond Lego sets and began to sign up for a lot of clubs, such as Clay Club, where you could sculpt objects from clay, a magic club where you could learn magic tricks, and a percussion club where you could make music using various drums. So that is an example of a transition sentence, because everything before that sentence is about Legos, right? And his process of like wanting to collect more. And then in this last sentence, he switches to what he's like really talking about, which is all of his accomplishments and engagements. So, and then that prepares it. So we're like, oh, okay, I see where this essay is going now. And that prepares the reader for the second paragraph, which is where he really shines himself, right? Like as per the template, in the third paragraph, it's all about him and how dope he is. So he's sort of like humble bragging about his experiences. And he even leaves in the word greedy, which I was like, ooh, I don't know if you should do, but I think it works perfectly here. So that just goes to show you never really know what your final draft is going to look like until you have it. He used a 4-paragraph structure. So he has this collector mentality. So in the second paragraph, he also has another transition sentence at the end of it. As I graduated middle school, it felt like I had just completed another big Lego set that is my life. So now that prepares us for his next paragraph, which goes from middle school to high school, which is like really the meat of it, right? So his next paragraph opens with, I carried this collector mentality into high school. And like that's, it's setting up the viewer, because you want to know kind of what you're getting into when you're reading something. This is George. And you want to make it as easy as possible to read. So, and the last sentence of this paragraph is also a transition sentence. This experience really opened my eyes to the career I wanted to pursue in the future. That's how my passion for medical science started. And you're like, oh, okay. And then that's like, he's sort of summarizing. He's like, yeah, this was all really great. And it's how I discovered I love medical science. And in his last paragraph, which is the mic drop paragraph, he opens with, collecting these experiences as well as the skills I learned through them led me to wonder, where can I acquire these next pieces in college, right? And then he goes on to metaphorically speak of his life as if it were a Lego set, and that he needs to keep adding parts to enrich it and make it better. And then he ends on his mic drop sentence, and his mic drop last sentence, which is, because I collect Legos, I'm going to be a great nurse. It seems like a leap, but he walks us through every step of that process in the essay. And so by the time you read this last essay, you're like, oh, damn, yeah, he's going to make a good nurse. So he says, ultimately, I want to continue building on my skills in college and apply them to earning a degree in nursing so that I can use my collection of knowledge and skills to help people. Boom, I'm done, right? Pretty good. So I hope this inspires you. I hope this gave you a realistic example of a personal statement that is in the process of being submitted. And I'll see you guys on the flip side. Say bye, George. Oh, he's so grumpy. Bye.